I can divide by 10. Remember, division is an operation where a number is separated into equal groups. Our division words. Our first number is our total, which is the dividend. We're a division symbol, and our next number is our divisor. How many groups we have? Your equal sign, and then your quotient. How many should be inside each group? If we take a look at this picture, we see that we have 4 fish total divided into 2 tanks. So there are your 2 groups. If we divide 4 fish into 2 tanks equally, you would have 2 fish per tank. Hey there, everybody. Today we're going to need our whiteboard and our marker, so let's go ahead and get started. You do not need to write this down on your board. I just want you to look at this as a reference for you. Okay? We're going to be working with our division today. We're going to focus on our dividing by 10. So just very quickly to remember what each of our numbers stands for in our division sentence, we remember that our very first number is our dividend. That is our total number of objects, your total number of cookies, your total number of Legos, your total number of pencils, whatever it is that you are talking about in your real life. And you are dividing that object into a number of groups. Maybe it's the number of paper bags you have or the number of baskets you have. Maybe you're dividing cookies into baskets and you want to know how many cookies should be in each basket. So your total, your dividend, divided by your number of groups, which is your divisor, and then the number in each group, your answer, which is your quotient. So let's go ahead and let's stick with those cookies, and we're going to divide. Let's start with 20 cookies, and we are going to divide those 20 cookies into 10 sandwich bags. And if we're going to divide those 10 cookies, or those 20 cookies, into 10 sandwich bags, I want to know how many cookies are going to be inside each sandwich bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply draw out the number of sandwich bags that I have. We have got 10 sandwich bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and draw out your 10 sandwich bags if you haven't already. Now we want to put 20 cookies in the bags. But we want each bag to be equal, that fair share. So we're going to put 1 in each bag until we get to 20. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. Back to the beginning. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, stop. We're stopping because we had 20 objects, 20 cookies. Now our quotient, how many cookies are in each bag? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So our answer here, our quotient, is 2. 20 divided by 10 equals 2. But now I see equal groups and amounts in each. So now what I want to do is, boom, relate it back to multiplication. How many groups do we have? 10 times how many are in each group? 2. And how many total cookies did we have? 20. So 20 divided by 10 equals 2. And 10 times 2 also equals 20. We always have to make sure that we are relating our division back to our multiplication because that is going to help us check our work. Okay? Let's go ahead and do another one, and then I'm going to show you a trick. So this time, let's go ahead and let's do 30 divided by 10. And let's say this time I have got 30 pencils and I am giving them out to 10 students. I want to know how many pencils each student is going to get. So, how many students do I have? 10. How many pencils? 30. So let's draw our 10 students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's give out those pencils, please. 1 to each student until I get to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Stop. How many do you have inside each circle? 3. So 30 divided by 10 equals 3. But now let's go ahead and relate that to multiplication. What would your related multiplication sentence look like? Pause the video and write your multiplication sentence, and then come back and check your work. Okay, so here I've got 10 groups times 3 in each group, and I have a total number of 30 cookies. If you got this correct, give yourself a little star right next to it. If you didn't, you really need to make sure that we are asking for help when needed and always making sure you are relating your multiplication or your division right back to your multiplication. Remember, it's just a fact family. Same 3 numbers, we're just switching them around. Go ahead and erase your boards, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little trick, okay? What I want to do here is I want us to start off by drawing a line right down the center of your whiteboards just like this. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to start with our multiplication on this side. I want us to start with 10 times 5 equals blank. What is 10 times 5? If you didn't answer like that, that means we need to practice. So skip count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Very good. So our answer here should be 50. But now I want to relate that to division. So I'm going to start with my 50, and we're going to divide it by 10. Whenever you are dividing anything by 10, all you need to do is drop the zeros. Drop the zeros. Because 5 divided by 1 equals 5. You're just going to get this answer here, 5. Okay? Let's do 10 times 6. What is 10 times 6? 60. Now let's relate it to division. 60 divided by 10. Ready? Drop your zeros. Drop your zeros because 6 divided by 1 is 6. Okay? It's just like that multiplication. Whenever you're doing anything by 1, it's always itself. What about 10 times 7? What is 10 times 7? Boom, should be 70. Now let's relate it to division. 70 divided by 10. Drop your zeros, boom, boom. 7 divided by 1 equals 7. So all you have to do is get rid of the zeros, and it is that number there. So the same thing if I do, let's try, 10 times, let's skip to 9. What's 10 times 9? Boom, 90. Let's switch it to division. Now if I have 90, divided by 10, we're going to just drop those zeros, and your answer is 9. Because 9 divided by 1 equals 9. You just drop the number of zeros. Now let's try 10 times 10. What's 10 times 10? 10 groups of 10 is 100. Now let's flip it around. If I have 100, and if I divide that by 10, now be careful. Here in 10, I only have 1 0. So I get to cross out 1 0, cross out 1 0 here. If I have 1 here, that means you only get to cross out 1 here. So what's your answer? 10. And it goes the same here. You got 100 here, and your 2 factors are 10. 100 here, and your 2 factors are 10. There's a little trick to help you divide by 10. On your own whiteboard, please solve the problem 60 divided by 10. Pause the video and come back to check your answer. Did you get that 60 divided by 10 equals 6? If not, try again. If you did get it right, how would you relate that to multiplication? So if 60 divided by 10 equals 6, what would your related multiplication sentence look like? Write it down. Did you write that 6 times 10 equals 60? Or that 10 times 6 equals 60? If so, give yourself a star. If not, go back and rewatch. You should understand how to solve division number sentences and relate it to multiplication.